And finally, the number one thing I have ever thrifted is hello people of YouTube, my name is Laurel. If this is the first time you're stopping by my channel, I just want to say thanks and I hope you enjoyed this video. This video is very, very long overdue and I asked you on my Instagram if you wanted to see it and I'm finally doing it. So without further ado, let's get right on into the top 20 things that I have ever thrifted. I went ahead and ranked all 20 of these items and it was very hard to do because I love all of them so much. Let's get to number 20. Ugh. Number 20 is this typewriter. I think I got this for $14. It's functional. I actually typed this into it. Ever seen the movie Moulin Rouge? You know what that reference is into. So I just thought this was a really cool item and right now it sits on my desk when I'm not filming. So item number 19, this Starbucks mug. I just thought it was a really cool mug. It's like thick, it's sturdy, it's kind of got this like Oho Southwest vibe. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. So this is item number 19. So if you know anything about me, you know I'm a very thrifty person and I hardly ever buy anything full price, let alone things that are very expensive. Item number 18 is this Topshop little jacket blazer thing. It's got the Topshop label. And although it is a size US 4, it's a very stretchy material. I just thought it was kind of fun. It's kind of like a more modern piece and a lot of my other stuff is like very vintage. I just thought this was like a good work piece for the young professional that I am. Item number 17 is actually a dress. It is a size 14 and it looks pretty vintage, Catherine Dean. And it's got just like this amazing floral pattern, all black. It's kind of like a maxi dress length and it's got functioning buttons all the way down. It's 100% rayon and I just thought it was so pretty. Like even with a belt, since it's a little bit big on me, such a cool, unique piece. You will find that a lot of these things are pretty unique and that's typically what I like to go for when I'm thrifting because I like to find things that you might not be able to find anywhere else. So item number 16 is another unique piece. I found this again at Goodwill and it is a sweater. It's got all of this amazing embroidery all down the middle, all down the sleeve. I'm not really familiar with it. I think it might be European, but it's super soft. It's got like this awesome thick material, the beautiful embroidering on the front and the back. I was just like, this was a steal. It's beautiful. Embroidery is kind of in right now and I've just been obsessed with it. Excuse me, I'm doing a video. Say hello to the internet people. All right, item number 15 is again another unique piece. It is a romper and I think this is just like so fun and vintage looking and weird and different. I found this in high school actually and magically it still fits. I don't know how or why. It's got a halter, it's got this stretchy back and it almost looks like they made it inside out because darker side is on the inside, but I don't know, I thought it was so fun. It's like light and airy and it just feels like so well made and like it will last. I mean, obviously it's lasted me like how many ever years I've been out of high school. It looks like a vintage brand as well, made in the USA apparently. I've hung on to this. It's such a fun, awesome piece and hopefully one day I can pass it down to like one of my daughters or a son that may be a little bit feminine. Item number 14 is something that feels a little bit nostalgic. I love Florida and I've been there lots of times. I've been there for competitions, family vacations. One of my first and last synchro competitions was at the University of Florida. I thought this was appropriate. It's like a vintage spirit jersey except for the writing is on the front and not the back. It goes all the way over to this sleeve. It's comfortable. It's got that like worn-in sweatshirt feel that we all love. This is definitely one of my favorite sweatshirts that I've ever found. Item number 13 is actually a little bit of a clump. Over the years, I've found a variety of books. These are at just 3 of my favorite books that I've ever found. I love mythology and children's lit. I just love it. I took a child lit class in college. World's best book of fairy tales. Like the stunning illustrations, it's thick. This one was made in 1967. And then we have this one, and this is just like the most unique thing I've ever seen. It's called Adventure Lands, and it has this on the front and this on the back. And again, this one has actually colored illustrations. It's very, very retro, and you can tell by the illustrations that it looks pretty old. And this one was printed in 61. This is another one. Again, fairy tales, very retro. It's got, you can see Alice and the rabbit on the back. And this almost looks, it's like a little Western. This one is so cool. It's got all your classic fairy tales, Jack and the Beanstalk, Puss in Boots, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, like, look at that. Like, they don't make books like this anymore. They really don't. And this one was made in 1974. Item number 12 is something I use pretty much every single day, and that is this little silver tray. It's very dusty because it sits in my bathroom. I usually just like put little trinkets in it, or my makeup, or my rings, a couple of nails apparently, a button. It's kind of like a cute thing to hold your junk. Oh, it's actually, I got this apparently from Unique Thrift. It was $5.99. Apparently it still has the tag on it. Kind of reminds me of like an underwater mermaid castle. It's just so pretty, and again, they just don't make stuff like this anymore. Okay, item number 12 is not one thing, but 3 things. Over the thrifting years of my life, I've managed to find a number of Patagonias. And if you know anything about this brand, is that it's very expensive. This fleece probably went for close to $120 at one point, and I found it at Goodwill for probably close to $5. And it's in pretty much near perfect condition. And I have not only found 1, not 3, but I've probably found close to 5 or 6 Patagonia fleeces to some degree. So this is one of them. This is a zip up with a hood. Again, this is probably close to $120. I did not pay that. I can promise you that. A vest. This is, I believe, a women's medium. I've actually sold a couple of the Patagonia fleeces that I've found on my Poshmark, but these are just the 3 that I've decided to keep because they were, I want to, that's why. And item number 10 is this floral shirt. Black, floral, and green print. It's kind of big, it's a little oversized, it's got functioning buttons, cloth buttons all the way down, long sleeved, and a collar. I've worn this several times, but I don't want to wear it too often because I like it so much. A little pocket here, and it's very vintage. It's Sag Harbor, which I have found is a pretty awesome vintage brand. If you ever happen to see Sag Harbor, snatch it up because it's definitely quality. And I don't think they make it anymore. I could be wrong. Okay, so item number 9 is one of my more recent finds within the last couple weeks actually. And it is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blanket. It's got this intricate floral, almost embroidery detailing over the entire thing. And then it's also got this fringe, almost scallop fringe detail on the edges. It's huge, like it fits on our entire bed. It just looks like this beautiful vintage 70s Moroccan dream of a blanket, and I just love it so much. It sits on our bed right now at the foot, and I just love it so much. It's so pretty. Again, a steal and a bargain, and makes all of my thrifting dreams come true. Item number 8, this was hard to rank. Amazing, lacy, like button-down blouse. And just the detailing on this, as you can see, is exquisite. It's got almost like these butterfly details, almost eyelet, paisley thing on the shoulder. It's got functioning cloth buttons, and then kind of a scallop detail down the middle with the buttons. I think I found this in the Halloween section at Goodwill when it was close to Halloween time. I don't know what kind of costume this would even go for, maybe something like retro looking. It is like the most unique thing I've probably ever found. And I love it so much. It fits like a glove. And it's just amazing. That's definitely, this is up there on my list, that's for sure. Okay, item number 7 is another favorite shirt of mine. And it is this super fun, retro, almost like 80s, 90s Hawaiian shirt. I found this, I think, on one of those like thrifting apps, like a Poshmark or a Vinted or whatever it's called. I found this years ago. I think I found it in high school or college, and luckily it still fits me. Again, I'm not really sure how. You can tell it's quality because it's got this raised detailing all over, and just the colors, it's a dream. And it's got this crazy, whatever logo this is, crazy shirt, I'm not really sure. But I've never found anything quite as fantastic as this shirt. I've worn it countless times. I'm honestly scared to wash it too many times because I don't want this to start cracking. But yeah, it's got kind of the same design on the back, and it's this beautiful yellow color, light yellow, and then it's even got the detailing right here too, which I always appreciate. I don't know, and it's Hawaii. I've been to Maui once, so maybe I can go again and wear this shirt. Okay, item number 6 is another little clump. It's a clump of Lulu Lemon. And not only do I have 1, not 2, but 4 things that I've found from Lulu Lemon. One of them being your regular old leggings. And I've never purchased anything full price from Lulu Lemon, nor anything at the store actually. And I always thought, I'm never gonna pay over $100 for a pair of leggings, but these are my go-to leggings now. They're so thick and comfortable and stretchy. They're honestly a godsend to my inner thighs. And I think they're reversible technically, but I don't think they make this exact material of leggings anymore, I've noticed, and it's kind of disappointing because these are phenomenal. Again, going on that Lulu train, I found this jacket that's Lulu. Just like a zip up. This was probably like close to $200. And then I've also found these. I found at the exact same time. They're next to each other. They're just your regular old tank tops, and they're really stretchy and comfortable. They're such a great find, and I would never buy anything full price unless I was like super, super rich. So I don't know. 4 things of Lululemon in my thrifting career. So I'd call that a win. Item number 5 is my favorite little hat. I've had this hat for a couple years now, and I found it at Goodwill. Don't worry, I sprayed it down with like Lysol and everything. It's just such an awesome go-to hat, whatever brand that is. It's 100% wool. Kind of looks like someone might have trimmed the edges a little bit because they're a little bit uneven, but you know, I really like the length that the brim is at. It's just fun and functional and flirty and thriving. So honestly, one of my favorite pieces that I've ever found, and that's why it's number 5. Okay, item number 4 is again another cluster, another clump, and that would be 2 throw pillows. The first one is this beautiful, beautiful pillow. Don't worry, it's washed. I washed it thoroughly before putting it in my room. I've been on the search for one of these kind of vintage Turkish pillows that's wool. The back is like a velvety, amazingly goodness. It's just, it's so perfect. Like, it goes so well with my room and my like aesthetic. And it's kind of scratchy, but I don't really use it to sleep on. It's more decorative, and it's just, it's so perfect. I don't know what else I can say. It's just, it's perfect. The other one I found was like this, obviously, dreamy pillow. It's got moons and stars, and it's just so whimsical, different and fun. And it looks kind of vintage without being too like old lady-ish, if that makes sense. It's just, oh, I love it. Okay, item number 3 is my REI Backpack. This thing has been with me all over the place. I found this at Goodwill for $2.99. It's got a drawstring, it's got these little straps, and the straps that go around your chest and around your waist. It's not like crazy, crazy durable, but it can pack up. Okay, item number 2. One of my favorite animals, if not my favorite animal, is a sea otter. Not a river otter, a sea otter. When I found this item, I was I think my jaw just dropped to the floor. I was like, how would anyone ever give this item away? And that is this t-shirt. Ah! I'm not gonna cry. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god. Why am I crying over a t-shirt? Eating sea urchins too, and they're laying on their back. And the best part is it's not only on the front, it's on the back too. It's on both sides. I love this t-shirt so much, and I'm so sad that it's starting to get a little cracked because I've worn it so many times. This is my ultimate favorite t-shirt of all time. It's just, they're so cute and it makes me so happy. I don't know, it's Signal Sport, whatever that is. Good job, Signal Sport. And that's why it is number 2 on my list. And finally, the number 1 thing I have ever thrifted is my Coach purse. I use this every single day. It's real leather, it's genuine Coach, the most authentic vintage you can find. I think my mom said she had one of these purses when she was my age. On the inside, there's this like pretty big main pocket and then a side pocket with the Coach stamped in there. It's big enough to fit like enough of my stuff, but not like crazy big. The typical Coach closure. It's got the tag on the side and it's got this leather strap that is very functional over my body. And I use this every single day. Gotten my money's worth, and I can't imagine this was more than $20 when I bought it. And it's held up. I hope it'll hold up for many more years to come. And that is why it is my number 1 favorite thing I've ever thrifted. If you have stuck around this long, I want to say thanks for watching. I love doing thrifting videos, so if you really like this, give it a thumbs up and maybe I'll do some more. As of right now, these are pretty much the best things I've ever thrifted in my entire life. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.